Well, hello and welcome back. Today we have two light blue fragrances that have a lot of mass appeal. On your left we have Versace Pour Homme EDT, and it was released in 2008. And on your right we have Yves Saint Laurent YSL EDT. And the Fragrantica note says it was released in 2022, but it seems like it's been out longer. So in the comments section, if you know of the true release date for the YSL EDT, please write in the comments. Well, these are two light blue fragrances that have been very popular, especially the Versace Pour Homme. It's been out for a while and has remained on the market because of its mass appeal. And on the opening, it's a aquatic, citrus, neroli, sagey initial alcohol blast. It's a really strong alcohol blast. It almost clears your sinuses. At least it did when I put my nose right to it after spraying it on. Of course, it's mostly the perfume whose alcohol, but I love the alcohol blast of almost any fragrance, except maybe Club de Nuit, Intense Man. That's a little bit too much. And then the initial alcohol blast for the YSL EDT, you get a citrus blood orange plus amber and aldehydes opening. It's well mixed and not too bubblegummy at this point. And it's got a modern scent to it, youthful and playful. And going back to the Versace Pour Homme, it's more of a neroli, citrusy scent with a little bite to it. And I think because of the sage and oceanic quality to it, it's got a little bit of a bite compared to the softer YSL. Now on the Versace, once it settles down on the skin after 10-15 minutes, I would say the sage starts to go more into the background and be less prominent. And then the strong citrus scent turns a little bit lighter, plus it's a sweet scent, not woody at all. And it becomes a nice blend once it settles down. On the YSL, once it settles down about 10-15 minutes in, still get the citrus, but it starts to fade, similar to the Versace Pour Homme. However, more of the amber and aldehydes come into the forefront. And it's still soft and sweet and not woody at all. Now performance, going back to the Versace Pour Homme, I would say it's just kind of moderate, and you get a moderate projection and sillage. I think it settles on the skin about 10-15 minutes, and then it'll probably last you around 3 to 4 hours on my dry skin. And then the performance on the YSL EDT, I would say it's a good performer, a little bit better than the Versace Pour Homme. It's got good sillage and will probably last you 4 to 5 hours. And then on the masculinity scale between 1 and 10, going back to the Versace Pour Homme, I give it a 7. It's a masculine scent, even though it's a little bit on the sweet side. But it's got strong masculine components to it, to where the sweetness doesn't make it feminine. However, on the YSL I only give it a 6 because it's a soft, sweeter scent. Even though it's got the amber and aldehydes, it's a little less masculine, but it is for men for sure. And it's a good scent for men. Overall, I think the YSL performs better than the Versace Pour Homme. However, the Versace, you can get better performance if you overspray. And both are, I would consider, sweet type of fragrances. Not too cloyingly sweet, but on the sweet side compared to more of a woody or leathery scent. Even though they're both sweet and light blue, they're very different in their own way. Like I said before, the Versace Pour Homme, it's sweet, but it's got a little bite to it. And then the YSL it's a softer, complex, amberish sweetness. I would say these scents are not sophisticated. I would recommend that for the Versace, if you want something a little bit more sophisticated, try the Dylan Blue. And it's a little bit stronger scent. Make sure you try it ahead of time before you buy Dylan Blue. And then, of course, there's the Versace Eros line, which is excellent. On the YSL, you can get more into the sophisticated DNA by moving on to the EDP, or the Parfum version. I really like the Eau de Parfum version a lot. And it's, I would say, one of my favorite scents, even though it's on the sweeter side. So I would say these are truly mass appeal fragrances. However, they're, I would say, more for beginners to start their collection before moving on to the other concentrations or other lines. And then if you want to get a little bit more pricier, you would have to move up a little bit more in like the YSL Eau de Parfum or Parfum line version. And then Dylan Blue costs a little bit more than this Versace Pour Homme. So price-wise, the Versace Pour Homme, you can get it at a good price. It's on the lower designer end, and usually you can find a good discounter site with a discount code and get it at a good price. It's been out a while, so it's not the full retail designer price it used to be. However, on the YSL, you will probably pay more of the fuller designer price. So even though you do see these on some discounter sites or even some store sites like Macy's, you're still going to pay designer price. Not like a Chanel price, but it's more in the lower mid price range of the designer price fragrances. But these are well worth the money, and I can understand why they have a lot of mass appeal. Well, thanks for listening, and please like, subscribe, and comment and share the video. I greatly appreciate it. And that's all I have for today, and we'll all see you later.